Hey, our guest is here.
Hello.
Hello. Mr. Justin Willman's here. Hi.
Sorry, I'm late.
Oh, he gave me a Pepsi. Hi. Rizz, nice to meet you, man.
Cool.
How many more you got in there? How you doing?
That was
Jeff?
it.
Oh, that's it?
How are you?
Then I don't want to shake hands with you.
I'm Rizz. That's Jeff over there. That's Moon. That's Patrico.
Hey. What's up? Thank you guys for having me.
No, thanks for coming in, my friend.
Fantastic.
We saw you on Channel 2 earlier.
I know. I heard. We got called out. I heard it. We listened. We're like, oh, man, they know where we're at.
Yeah, they were running in the parking lot.
I had said to the guys, in fact, when I saw you on TV, there's no way you're going to make it here by 9.
Yeah.
And you're from here, and you should know that.
And helium did not spring for a chopper this time, unfortunately.
I had faith in you, but I was wrong.
This guy's not magic at all.
I would have sent the Rizz copter, but that was cut from the budget.
Yeah, exactly.
It's been a tough year, so.
But
Yeah,
we're
so
here.
You're here, great.
We're here. We're at war.
Man,
Magic is in town.
I was, just going over your resume, and damn, what a resume you got.
Oh, thanks, man.
I mean, not only you're a local person who's made good. Look at you, from Ladue.
From Ladue.
Went to Ladue High School.
All right.
And you've spread your wings and you flew away.
I flew away.
Never to come back again.
A couple holes in the resume, a couple years in Cupcakeville. Not the. It's a cool thing, but it's confusing.
For that job. So you were the host of Cupcake Wars.
I was the host of Cupcake Wars.
For how many seasons?
For 9 tours of duty.
9 seasons.
I'm a veteran.
That's a steady freaking job.
Well, so it was like over 5 years, 9 seasons, 119 episodes.
Damn,
To
dude.
have a job for 5 years, like a steady paycheck for 5
Huge
years,
blessing.
and you're in the entertainment world.
Yes.
I mean, that's amazing.
It was very, very grateful. I joke about it, but
listen, we're on the low, like as radio people, we are on the low rung of the entertainment world. But man, I'm expecting to get up every day and be fired.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
I leave this place and I go, damn, I dodged a bullet. I dodged a bullet
Yeah.
today. So let's talk about your career for a second.
Yeah.
So you grew up here, born and raised in St. Louis.
born and raised in St. Louis.
And you're like, I got to get the hell out of here.
Well,
this
no, I mean,
place.
I love, and all my family's still here, so I love coming home and doing the shows. My parents, they were always super supportive, oddly enough, of a son who wanted to be a magician. They were the best. As long as I got like a college degree in something.
What did they
were
really
fantastic.
want you to do? Let's be honest. What did
Well,
they really want you to grow up to be?
I'll tell you, like, I told them, I was like, I don't need to go to college. I want to be a magician. Like, there's no Hogwarts. That's not real. I really don't need to waste any money. But they're like, no, you should broadcast journalism. That's kind of, you could be the magic
Broadcast
weatherman, you know? You could, like, make rain appear or ice when there's a cold front. But they actually they loved it. As long as I, wasn't coming back, crashing on their couch, and was self-sufficient, they were good.
Right.
Yeah.
Just Justin Willman is at Helium Comedy Club. 2 shows tonight?
2 tonight, 2 tomorrow.
2 tomorrow.
Yes.
So all right. So you got into magic when you were in high school.
When I was in high school. Well, when I was 12, I had an accident. I was riding my bike while wearing rollerblades after school one day. Down
What do we
Spady
call
Road.
that? Fruit scooting?
Rollerblades? Yeah, it's fruit scooters.
Yeah, but riding the bike while you're
That's
wearing
bike
them.
blading is what I called it back in the time.
You got
wait.
the,
So
Bike
what were you
blading.
doing? You had
I had rollerblades on,
and you were riding a bike.
and I was riding a bike.
You are magic.
your
It was
tripod.
That's a lot of wheels going around.
It's a lot of wheels. I fell off. It didn't end well. I broke both of my arms simultaneously.
my
Nice.
gosh.
And I was in casts for 6 months. And when you're 12 and you are in casts for many months, it's inconvenient.
Yes,
I will say,
yes.
to say the least. My doctor recommended card tricks as physical therapy. That's how I became a
really?
magician. Yeah. Yeah.
Card tricks?
He dodged a bullet. That should have been malpractice.
So how'd you?
But luckily it worked out
But
well.
how'd you learn? I mean, did you watch a video? Did you go to a magic school?
St. Louis has a bunch of magician clubs, organizations like Society of Young Magicians, Society of American Magicians, International Brotherhood of Magicians. Just me and like a bunch of old dudes in a Denny's or a church basement, talking tricks. Again, I dodged a bullet.
That's,
Again, that could have ended poorly.
The way you phrase that. I mean, that's
Me and a bunch of
Yeah.
old dudes in the basement talking tricks. Okay.
And then we'll go to-
they
then we'll
told
go to
me
Denny's after.
they told me
Okay.
you could never reveal our secrets. So that's all I can say.
Oh, my God.
What goes on in those meetings?
Have
Yeah.
any of you seen a grown woman naked by chance?
I had to leave the organization. I had to leave the alliance for that.
Yeah. Do women flock to magicians? I think there's a.
I think you know the answer to that.
True.
The answer is no. Well, there's a certain type of woman who
Yo.
flocks to magic.
Yeah, David
magicians.
Copperfield did real well. His
Yeah,
list
He did
is
real well,
impressive.
Claudia
but
Schiffer,
also
right? He was married to Claudia
millions
Schiffer.
of dollars. Most magicians don't have millions of dollars.
All right. So
Most magicians don't have a car.
So you're in high school. You're a young kid. You learn how to do these tricks.
Yeah.
and I'm sure you're showing off to all your friends. You're a hit at parties.
Hit at parties.
Hit at parties.
Dance Monkey Dance. Justin's here. Free
And,
entertainment.
that's gotta be. That's gotta
and then
be
the
annoying.
drunker I would get, like the more of the trick people would learn. So it'd be like, let's get him really drunk. We want to know how it works. And so that happens. That's the one way to get around the magician's code.
That's got to be annoying though. Is when you come in, it's like you got to have the deck of cards on you.
Yes, you always have to kind of be ready to perform. Because if you're a magician and you got nothing, then it's like it's a big letdown.
Okay, so then you get out of high school, and you decide to move out of town.
Move out of town. Went to college in Boston.
Okay.
Went to study broadcast journalism. Got a degree. Did radio. I couldn't host like a cool show like this because all those were taken. So I hosted.
Look at this guy, cool show.
I hosted like a Boston
amateur hour
political chat show, which I just faked it.
Political talk.
They had an opening for a guest host for the reggae show, which I knew nothing about. So fake it till you make it. That was like the
the whole thing is you got to just get your foot in the door and you get a job. I mean, when it comes to radio,
exactly. Get some experience under your belt.
I mean, I had to drive the van around and toss stickers out and hand out T-shirts and stuff just to get some time at a studio.
In the comedy world, you got a flyer to kind of get your stage time.
So you did the radio thing for a little while.
Started doing, I was doing kids' birthday parties on the weekends to pay for college, and my stage name was Just Incredible.
Nice. Which could also double as a radio name.
It could.
I'm sure.
In the morning.
There's a wrestler.
There was a wrestler.
I'm sure if you if you Google right now, Just Incredible Radio, I bet you there's 50 radio guys.
Oh, yeah.
50 radio guys named Just Incredible.
And, it served me well for a little while. And then, did you do it?
Live on Power 106, where hip-hop lives. Just Incredible.
Oh, yeah, that guy's in L.A. Some people think I'm still that guy. And he'll, like, DJ, and people will be like, tell me like, oh, I couldn't get into the club the other night to see you.
That's not me.
That guy I think is very popular. He adds to my credibility.
After you do a card trick, they come in there like, hey man, what was it like interviewing Tupac?
Yeah, exactly.
If your name is Justin and you're on the radio, it's got to be Just Incredible. And if your name is Ed, it's got to be Special Ed. Like it's automatic.
They'd be a good duo. Just Incredible what was Special Ed?
What was the other one we heard? Oh, Marty the Human Party.
Marty Party coming at you. So you did kids parties?
I did kids parties.
I remember we had a balloon animal guy for I think my son's 4th birthday, and after he was done, he was crying in the bar like outside.
Your son or the balloon animal?
The balloon guy.
Oh man,
dude, I'm fairly certain when you were
everybody
in St.
wanted
Louis,
an Elmo.
Yeah,
and he's like, I can't do any more Elmos.
So you were in high school in the late '90s here in St. Louis. I'm assuming you did gigs throughout that as well.
Yeah.
And I'm fairly certain I saw you.
Where
do
you think? Well,
like a church event or something.
Quite likely. My first regular gig was Saints Roller Rink.
Oh my goodness, yeah, dude.
And I used to.
Did you cry after every gig like the little guy?
Well, because listen, they had like a face painter position. And then they were like, if you paint faces for 90 minutes, we'll let you do your 20-minute show at the end. But I don't paint faces. I'm really bad at it. So I just lied and said I could do it. But I would very often like paint it, mess it up, get out a wet rag, wipe the kid's face down, start over, wait for their face to dry. It was really, really rough. And I think eventually they just let me do the magic.
He was really good at spiders and octopuses.
Dude,
snakes.
The balloon guy, he asked me, he goes, hey, could I put my car in your garage and shut the door? And
I do face painting at Schnucks. I get arrested.
At some
I'm not a
point,
magician.
At some point in 1996, there was like a youth group event that I was at, and there was a magician kid. It was in high school, about a year older than me, named Justin, and he ended it with some card thing, and then signed cards for everybody afterwards.
Yeah, man.
That was
and
you.
I remember speaking to him / you about like how do you get into this? He's like, man, I'm not popular, and it's me and a whole bunch of old guys talking about tricks. I remember
that you?
Oh, my banter has not changed. All my story. I need some new bullet points.
I remember going like, and you're like, I'm in these clubs, and you were bummed about it. You're like, I'm in these clubs, and there's no other young people, but whatever. I'm doing my thing.
Did I ask you like, what are you doing later? You want to hang out?
No, I don't remember anybody ever saying that.
I remember you didn't ask me to hang out.
Did you guys make out? Yes.
Stop that.
Just throw it out.
I don't know. I'm repressed.
All right, so now you're in Boston. You're doing these kids parties. And
Yeah.
You're doing radio at the same time,
and also being a college student, so
And being a college
partying, so doing kids parties hungover often.
listen,
that ends with
so you paid
tears.
your dues.
I paid the dues.
You paid the dues, and then what was the big break? Was it the Cupcake Wars thing?
Well, no, I moved out to LA, and then I booked a commercial for Singular Wireless. I was wearing a pink ruffled shirt, and it's me with a big old curly fro, and I was like, what's really magic? Roll over minutes. Make my minutes disappear.
Can we find the ad online?
You can find it,
I'll look it up.
Singular Willman.
That's AT&T, right?
AT&T now.
It's one of the
remember
many
they had a
names
little
they were
orange
by.
man logo with the legs
yeah.
and the hands.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So that was like a nice big break just to kind of have a little vote of confidence for the parents. There I am.
Damn.
Wow, that's a cool wig.
Coughing up cards. Making
That's
a
a
magic
sweet pink
wand
shirt.
up here. Yeah, I thought that shirt was so cool.
They all throwed out.
Oh, that
Yeah.
was your shirt?
That was my shirt, and then after that spot, I was like, I think ruffled shirts should be my thing now.
but
So I had like 20 ruffled shirts.
Do you remember, though, getting that gig and calling your parents and going, man, I booked my first commercial?
Huge. It was the
Huge.
best. Yeah. And then and my dad, like, they're always super supportive. He would drive me around to kids' parties on the weekends here in St. Louis before I had a car, and they would like chauffeur me and wait around the corner and everything. And he never wanted to know how any of the tricks worked. He loved the mystery. He would get like angry
Geeked out.
if he accidentally saw like a gimmick lying around and he figured it out. So he was great. He loved that it actually worked out.
That's
Who
so
doesn't
cool.
love magic?
Yeah. What magic
Grouch,
haters are out
what
there?
grouch hates magic? Find me that person. Everybody loves magic.
Yeah, but
I found some.
Oh, I was gonna say some people hate it because if you don't tell them how it is, how you did it, like they're total D's about it.
That's the dark arts.
See, I'm the guy that I get upset when I figure it out, or if somebody's like, I know how he did it. I'm like, don't tell me, because I like the fact I'm like, he did what? Like, I love that. That's
Those are the
awesome to me.
best. There are people though who just think that it's an insult to their intelligence, like I'm trying to say I'm smarter than you. Like last night at the show, I had a woman. She was like, "I loved it, but I know that your magic is fake."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah,
You
I
dummy.
know as well. We all know, except for you. I'm not a wizard, ma'am."
Wait, you mean they really don't saw the chick in half?
Yeah, come on.
Are you serious?
What do I always say? Tobey Maguire, not really Spider-Man, but those Spider-Man movies were still pretty awesome.
It's true. It's true.
You just gotta let your mind.
But as a
run.
magician who works clubs and travels the country, doing your magic, doing your tricks and stuff like that. Now with the internet and all these tricks being given away, just with just a quick little search, it's got to be tough.
I talk about that in the show, just about how like Google is my enemy. Like my job is to give mystery. Google's job is to remove mystery. Google is to magic what lights are to strip club carpeting, for example.
Right.
That's how I like to think about it. It's more than you want to know. You're like, I don't want
Please
to
don't turn the lights
them
on.
off, please.
Please don't turn the lights on.
Right, exactly. Like the great magicians of the past, like back, they didn't have to deal with Google, Houdini and Blackstone and Jesus. Like
Right.
they would do their miracle, and you just had to reckon with it.
Yeah.
And I have to kind of worry about you looking it up.
Who are the magicians you look up to?
Penn and Teller have always been my heroes.
the best.
Love Penn and Teller. When I was a kid, I saw Copperfield at the Fox. I saw Harry Blackstone Jr. at the Fox. I love Steve Martin. Got to start as a magician. Johnny Carson. Like I love those guys who use magic to, spread their wings into other areas of
But what do you
showbiz.
think of somebody like Chris Angel?
I don't think about him that much. I'm not a huge fan of Chris Angel. I respect his.
Like that, because now
Like,
it's the rock and roll magician guy, scary.
Goth.
So much of a
Plastic-
production to
plastic
everything
goth.
that he does.
Yeah. Affliction goth.
He's the affliction magician. That's what it is.
He's so hardcore.
Affliction
The
magician.
affliction
That's
magician.
awesome.
All right, Justin
Affliction
Willman is here.
Cadabra.
You can hang out for a little while,
Thanks,
right?
man. Yeah, of course.
We got to take a quick break. And stick around for celebrity news.
Yeah. I'm dying to hear what Chris Angel's up to.
What is Chris Angel up to? I think his kid was sick or something like that. Didn't he
Yeah.
almost? Oh, didn't he almost
Almost just
die?
died, too,
Not
yeah.
the kid, but him.
Right.
Chris
Yeah.
Angel almost died in in some kind of
Straitjacket
stunt.
accident.
All right, welcome back. Time to find out what's going on in the world of music and entertainment with your crap on celebrities.
It's brought to you by Lena's Pizza, St. Louis's only frozen pizza made with 100% real Provel cheese.
And our guest is here, Mr. Justin Willman.
What's up?
He didn't run away.
Oh, he
during
didn't.
that- during that short commercial break. And see him at Helium Comedy Club. 2 shows tonight, 2 shows tomorrow. HeliumComedy.com is the website.
So the MTV Movie and TV Awards, remember they changed it. Now it's not just movies, it's movies and TV.
It's the please watch again, please.
It's really...
We'll do
Remember
anything
when
to make
that
you
stuff
watch.
used to be cool? The
What,
MTV Awards.
I do. Well,
And it used to be an event.
it used to be an event, must-see TV.
it
Adam
a sign of
Devine's
our-
hosting this year.
Yes, he is, yeah.
You know
He's
him?
a nice guy. I do. He just starred in this Disney movie called Magic Camp. that is going to come out this summer, and I was like the magic consultant for the
really?
movie. I helped
way.
kind of
What a
because I
gig.
went to magic camp as a kid, so I was like kind of a script consultant,
That's
and then I
cool.
taught him all the tricks.
How cool was that gig? To be
Super
a
cool
consultant
gig.
on something.
Jeffrey Tambor was in it as well.
Wow.
Got to teach him. He's ridiculous.
Wait, so you had to teach him all the secrets.
I had to teach him all the secrets.
So how many people have you taught the secrets to?
Just a handful. I mean, that's a pretty good excuse to break the code.
Yeah, yeah,
Right.
Well,
for
teaching doesn't really. It's more like blatant exposure is kind of like a sham.
Here's how
But
you do
teaching,
it.
yeah, sharing the art form is cool. He was great. He had never done magic before. Actually, like worked hard to make it look good. He respected the fact that like I'm representing an entire art form here. I better.
Right.
But can you teach
it
somebody
right.
sleight of
do
hand?
it right? You can teach some basic stuff. Like he had to make a $20 bill appear at times and some simple card stuff. And then for the tough stuff, I'm actually his hands.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Your
You're a
hands are
hand
famous.
double?
He's a hand model.
I was his hand double.
That's awesome.
If you look
pretty
close,
impressive.
you'll be like, it doesn't look like him. Adam bites his nails. But-
Movie of the year. Some of the nominees for movie of the year: Beauty and the Beast, Get
Didn't see
Out,
it.
Logan, Rogue One, and Edge of 17. Who wins out of those?
I saw Rogue One.
I bet you Logan wins with that scene or Get Out.
Get out.
Wow, not
I
even
didn't see
Beauty and
that.
the Beast.
No, not with
Think
that
of the
scene.
crowd that's going to be watching this.
Yeah, it's real small.
All right.
They'll take the Nickelodeon, like Kids'
Yeah,
Choice or something
yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
Listen,
I say Get Out gets it.
The only award show that's legit in my book is the People's Choice Awards because we choose.
It is the people's
because
choice.
we choose.
Yeah, that's true.
Get Out is
Do
like
they-
a cultural thriller.
Do they still have the Blockbuster Awards? Is that still around?
I don't think so.
You ever win any Cable Ace Awards? That's still around?
Man. How about the Redbox Awards?
Is that around?
Those are no.
Show of the year: Game of Thrones, Insecure. That's on HBO. Atlanta from FX. Pretty Little Liars, Stranger Things, or This Is Us.
Stranger Things. will
Stranger
take that.
Things is for me on that.
Saw the
particular
Stranger
list.
Things. That's about it.
Best villain: Jared Leto from Suicide Squad. Jeffrey Dean Morgan from The Walking Dead, American Horror Story guy, Wes Bentley, Allison Williams from Get Out, and then Demi Gorgon on Stranger Things.
Allison Williams. That's Brian Williams' daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She is.
Did you see Get Out?
No, I didn't.
Oh,
Is it
she
good?
was really good. But that by saying villain, that kind of is a somewhat of a
Yeah,
spoiler.
y'all just gave it away.
But
I did not.
But
Way to
she
go,
was a
Jared.
really good villain because I did not see that coming.
She's the one that tells everybody to get out, right? That's her only line.
That's
Is,
it.
get,
It's the last line of the movie.
get out. I'd be good in that movie.
I'm
Get
really
out.
cute. Get out.
You've had a lot of practice of that.
Get out.
All right. Well, how about best comedic performance? Your buddy Adam is on here.
Oh, for
Adam
For
Devine.
Workaholics. A couple people from Broad City. Abby Jacobson and is it Alana Glazer? Get Out, Lily Rel Howery. I don't know how to say that, apparently. Seth MacFarlane from Family Guy. Seth Rogen, I believe is how you pronounce
That's
that. Is that
yes,
right?
yes,
Rogaine,
you do
I
it.
believe.
From Sausage Party, and then Will Arnett from Lego Batman.
Wow, that's a lot of performances.
Did you see Sausage Party?
I loved it.
Jeff over here did not like it.
I
did not like. I didn't really. It could have been much better because it was just all over the place. I think
Yeah.
there was way
There was-
too many
there was-
characters. There was way too many characters for me, and I'm not a movie guy, and I'm also an adult watching a cartoon. But then the one scene where with the grape juice box getting raped, I wasn't a huge fan of that.
Really?
Because
Were
he
you,
loves
were you
grapefruit.
high
He
enough?
loves-
Yes, I was super high.
Loves
Well-
grape juice.
Stupid high.
Sausage
actually.
Party was like my Hamilton. Like it was like my perfect opus of
I thought it was
filmmaking.
fantastic.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I thought it was actually way more than
I
should
thought it was
have been
pretty-
expected.
I thought it was pretty cerebral for
I agree. I thought it was very deep. Great message. Don't be a juice
talking-
box.
Don't be a juice.
Yeah.
If you're a juice
for
box,
talking
keep your head on a
produce.
Watch your
swivel.
ass, yeah.
Grocery items.
Literally,
I thought it was good.
watch your ass.
I did too.
So best host, Ellen DeGeneres, John Oliver, Trevor Noah, who I think should run away with it is Trevor Noah, Samantha Bee, or RuPaul.
Wow.
Anybody?
I like John Oliver. I like that
Who's
show.
Samantha Bee? There's a lot of two first names in that, by the way.
Full Frontal with Samantha Bee.
That's on,
She's
is
the
that
Daily
on
Show.
TBS?
TBS, I
TBS,
think.
yeah.
Yeah.
TBS. I think it's a couple of nights a week, 2 or 3 nights a week.
I don't get it. I don't know. John Oliver, the few things that I've
Yeah,
seen.
he's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Trevor
pretty
Noah's
good.
got some great writing on it. Fantastic writing on it. Shia LaBeouf, ever have anything with him?
Never.
Not romantically. I mean, have you ever worked with the guy?
Never worked with the guy.
I don't know if he's going to get a whole lot of work because the guy is just. He's a police report waiting to happen. He was at a bowling alley in L.A. It's called Pins, of course, with a Z. And this was on Wednesday evening, pounding beers for about 3 hours. You know where this is going to go. Like a lot of drunk people at bowling alleys, what did he want? French fries.
Oh, I was thinking of turkey.
Or turkey. For some reason, the bartender wouldn't serve the guy, so he goes crazy. The bartender apparently picked up a bottle of Grey Goose and as a potential weapon, kind of brandished it at him. He says, I'm asking you about French fries, and you want to hit me in the head with a Grey Goose bottle. He winds up calling him the B word here, racist bitch. He says, don't talk to me. You effed up. I'm not really sure why he called him a racist, because apparently he's white. Shia gets kicked out of the bowling alley.
Shia LaBeouf's black, right?
What's that?
Shia LaBeouf's black?
Yes, I believe so. He gets kicked out of the place, but why did he have to go back?
His bowling shoes.
He was wearing the shoes.
He had the bowling shoes on, so he
had to come back.
How funny is that? NBC's...
You know, I know you can't believe everything you read, on TMZ and in the newspapers, but, where there's smoke, there's fire.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, that sounds like I believe that blow by blow 100%.
I do
sounds
too.
like
Just
exactly what happened.
He just seems like a dick.
He just sold, I think, I read like a movie that he premiered in the UK,
tickets.
3 tickets.
Yeah, 3 tickets.
Day one, it was 1 ticket.
1 ticket.
And the next day, it was
How
blew
does that
up by
even happen?
200%.
Yeah, that's impossible. You guys ever walked out of a bowling alley with the shoes on still?
No.
I have.
I did too.
Yeah.
Back when I was a smoker, I went outside and had a cigarette, and I was standing right next to my car in the parking lot going, oh, crap.
I don't like bowling.
No, so you didn't get home? I got home.
No, I didn't go home. I just forgot. And
I got home, took off my shoes, and said, it's not what I remember putting on.
So you left your shoes there?
Oh, yeah. I had
Sweet
boots on.
shoes.
Did you go back, or did you say, 1 for 1?
Thankfully, I had a buddy that worked there. He brought me the boots eventually, and I'm pretty sure I still got the bowling shoes.
Well, that's stealing.
Well, listen, I'll return them.
No, I went bowling, a couple weeks ago. Bowled a 120. That's right.
All-time high.
All-time high. The bumpers were up, too, because my kids were with me.
All right, so American Ninja Warrior has announced their first ever celebrity edition. I think this thing jumping the shark. I really do.
I love that show.
I do, too, and that's why I don't want it to be ruined. Somebody from Arrow is going to be on there, Stephen Amelis. I don't know that person. We always say, how good is the show? What kind of stars are they getting once they go the celebrity route, right? Mm-hmm. There you got Derek Huff from Dancing with the Stars, somebody from Parenthood named Erica Christensen. Today's Natalie Morales is going to be on there. Comedian Nikki Glazer will be on there.
Wow.
I believe St. Louis's own.
St. Louis's own.
Yeah, so you dig her,
She
you
can
know
kick
her, right?
all of our asses. She's hilarious.
Mina Savari is going to be on there. Nick Swisher, formerly of the New York Yankees and 17 other baseball teams. Comedian Jeff Dye. You know Jeff Dye?
I do know Jeff. Good guy.
He's going to be on there. And then a former Olympic decathlon, Ashton Eaton, will be on there. You would think that would be a major advantage right there, being a decathlete.
Or a baseball player. American Ninja Warrior is all about upper body strength.
Yeah, Stephen Amell is Arrow in that show, and that dude's jacked.
Is he jacked?
So, yeah.
They should have like at least one celebrity that doesn't know they're going to be on the show that they just bring in that day. I want to see
Louis
what
Anderson.
someone who does.
Oh my God! I said
Don't
Louis Anderson
train.
in my head. I really did.
Well, that's my magic trick for the day. How did he do it?
And Tracy Morgan is here to do it, too. Here we go, everybody.
As host of Cupcake Wars for, you said, 9 seasons, 5 years.
Yep.
Was that just an easy gig? That had to have been awesome.
It got to be. Like, at first, I was like, I want to do some really clever stuff. I want to work in some cool tricks and write some good writing, and all that ended up just getting cut out for time. So then I was like, well, let me just show up and do the
basically,
thing. Let me own it.
show up and you. Did they tell you what to say, or is it really any
They've
improv?
got a script, and there's a bunch of improv, coming up with really funny ways to say there's 30 minutes left. Joke, 10
Right.
minutes, and then counting backwards. It's a lot of that. 10, 9, 8.
Well, what a great
trying
gig.
to mix it up.
I could say a lot of stuff. I'm gonna hold back, but I'm a big fan of that show, and my God, I miss you on that show.
Oh, thanks, man.
Boy,
He always gets emotional when he talks about it.
Has it gone the way of the cheese?
Oh.
Like, whoop, boy.
It really is cheesy now?
Oh, there are times where, like I said, it's one of mine and my wife's favorite shows, and the host says something, we just kind of look at each other and go, oh God.
Yeah, not blowing smoke either. Like, it was a perfect show.
Yeah.
A perfect show that annoyed the hell out of me only because my kids always wanted to watch it right before bed.
Oh, yeah.
And right before bed, every single night, I'm filled with all this dessert stuff and cupcakes. I'm like, oh my God, like this is.
I love those shows.
And
too
they
much.
edit it, too. It's edited like 24.
I
like,
watch
it's
all
very
those shows.
intense.
Yeah,
It was intense.
It's like I'm having a panic attack.
Like, I'm a huge fan of all those, like, Cutthroat Kitchen and Cupcake Wars.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a huge.
Yeah, it's a good one.
It's mindless.
Halloween Wars. I used to host
Oh,
that one.
yeah, that was awesome,
They
too.
were great.
When you cut down 4 hours into 8 minutes of TV, you start sweating. Like, you're watching, I'm like, oh, my God, how are they going to get Superman on top of that cupcake?
I watch like Cooks versus Cons, all that stuff.
So,
But was it one of those, like, you auditioned for it?
Yeah,
It was just
audition
an
for
open
it.
audition. And
Open audition, just random, right place, right time.
Really?
And I thought I bombed the audition. Like I just remember feeling really crappy.
what'd they
about it.
ask you to do?
Well, you just have to do a bunch of the copy, you know, go through the script and kind of. I just felt like I was lame, and then I didn't hear anything for a week or two, and just thought that was it, as most auditions are.
Right.
And then they're like, they want to see you again.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
They asked you to come
Put
back.
on a
Would you go
pastel
back?
shirt and go back. No, I left because I was doing a couple pilots for Comedy Central, and exclusivity. You kind of Comedy Central's like, we kind of need you to cut the cupcake thing for a little bit. So I left and did some other stuff, and they found a different host, and there you go.
Yeah.
Patrico's
I
been
do
writing.
love the Food Network. I mean, they've been
Patrico
really good to
spearheaded
me.
a letter writing campaign.
so for the 22 minutes of film that we end up seeing, how long are you working?
14-hour day.
So it's a 14-hour day for one
For
episode.
one episode, yeah. Show up at 6 a.m.
And you're there the entire time,
There
or
the
you,
whole time.
you're darting out while there's cooking going on?
When they're doing like the 2-hour challenge, we kind of like peace out for a little bit, go eat some lunch.
And when they give the cupcake people, like, okay, so here's the topic of the show.
The theme for the episode.
And it makes it seem like, they instantaneously do it, but they're planning that stuff out.
Yeah,
right?
they've got a little prep time.
Right.
Yeah,
at the
and
top of the
also,
day.
if you remember when the chefs from Jilly's came by,
Yeah.
they gave us a few secrets, and they said like they knew that the theme had something to do with space.
Right.
They didn't know what it had to do, but it had something to do with space. So like they kind of had some stuff when they went in, like here's what we're gonna do, which is very interesting.
Yeah.
You mean it's
cool
not all
gig.
real?
What?
Oh my god!
What a cool gig that is.
That's good. And I get free cupcakes wherever I go.
I was just gonna say, like,
People
did you
always
ever
bring cupcakes
Oh,
to
wait,
shows and stuff.
at the
I
show
need-
though? Did you indulge?
Oh, at the show, I tried every single one.
Like, how do you maintain your weight?
Well, I'm scarfing like a bite as we go, and then
Right.
just a lot of
Vomiting after that?
vomiting after. Yeah, the purge, the purge wars.
Your crappy birthdays this weekend. Tiki and Rondé Barber are 42. Jackie Chan, 63. Robin Wright is 51. Biz Marquis, 53. Jay Baruchel is 35. Dennis Quaid, 63. Today's Burton birthday of the day, still hanging in there, and barely. He's the man behind Playboy. Hugh Hefner, 91 years young.
I said this before. Have you ever been to the Playboy Mansion?
I've been once. It was fantastic.
You haven't seen Hef in a while. I doubt he's in good shape.
That's true. You haven't seen it
Like,
in a while.
really, when was the last time you saw a video of that guy or even a picture of him?
It's true. There's an Amazon documentary coming out, I think, about his life called American Playboy. That's supposed to be really good.
But he's, what do you say, 91?
91.
He can't be in great shape.
He's hanging out with Richard Simmons.
Yeah. That would be an interesting
They
duo.
got an
to hang
apartment
with.
together?
They must.
Today's porno birthday, which is being brought to you by Patricia's Weird Fun and Fantasy Media, is Alexis Love. Today's birthday girls hand him more hot dogs than a stadium worker at the ballpark on opening day, and 211 fine films, including 8 Simple Rules for Banging My Teenage Daughter,
That's not right.
Killer Grip Volume 4,
Ay.
The North Pole Volume 88, Mamacitas Volume 8, and who can forget her unforgettable role in Hey, At Least She's Legal.
Ugh,
I mean,
boy.
Alexis Love, 30 years old. That's your porno birthday, crappy birthday, and that is your crap on celebrities.
I want to thank Mr. Justin Willman for coming in.
I love you guys. Thank you for having
And
me.
maybe next time we could spend some more time together
Yeah.
instead of going on Fox 2 first. And
Forget, I apologize.
forget those guys.
I thought you wouldn't know. I didn't realize that's all you watch in studio.
That's all we watch.
That's all you watch. It's your go-to.
See him at Helium Comedy Club. He's got a show tonight at 7:30 and 10 o'clock. Tomorrow, 7:30 and 10 o'clock. HeliumComedy.com is website. You do magic. You do jokes.
Jokes, shtick.
It's an incredible
all the
show.
things.
I had a whole bunch of buddies see you at the pageant. I think last time you
yeah.
were here, you played
Yeah,
a
yeah,
pageant,
yeah.
and they said it was remarkable.
Oh, good. It's fun. I mean, and it's also fun watching magic when you've had a few drinks. It makes my
Right.
job easier and more fun for everybody. So
Local guy, man.
Yeah.
Local guy.
let's do it.
I'm just
If you
imagining,
would,
I'm just imagining a bunch of drunk people and you doing the quarter behind the ear trick, and they're going,
Pulling off his
Fetch me the one they call Fandango. We have the real or fake results.
You got it.
After the break. It is 9:50.